Welcome to the live stream. Right now, I'm just so if anybody's on right now, which I doubt, yeah. So everybody that's if anybody comes in, I've sent a couple of people the stream. So if you're in and you hear my voice, then you know that it's working. Mute this for a minute. So again, I'm here. I'm still on. I'm just making a couple of calls, getting people to join us live. Okay, so I want to go ahead and I'm going to get started. Um, the reason why I'm doing this live stream is because I realize that there's literally no support for black women. And been working hard to try to get things together. And all my doing, it takes a lot of research. And the process is not easy. As a matter of fact, the more I was digging, the more I started to find things that caused me to stumble even more. This is not an easy job. In order to help people, you want to be able to give or provide the resources that will actually help people, and you want to be able to continue with those resources. A lot of times we come across some barriers in life, whether it be personal or it's with the process. I've actually been going through both. I've actually had to experience what I'm getting ready to talk about. And I'm going to be on here for a while, because I want to kind of like let a lot of things out. My goal is to create a safe place for women, for black women and children. Specifically for black women. Hey man, there's a lot of us out here struggling right now, and we literally have no resources, no support. I remember coming up, and I remember the days when my grandmother was around, and I remember how much first of all, there was always a place to go, and there was love. No matter what you were going through, there was always some place to go. At least you can go, even if you were screwing up or whatever, you still can go and get you a plate of food and be loved on from afar. Sometimes, I'm sorry to say it, but it's just real. Y'all know, some of y'all know that we got family members who took another path and started doing some old creepy stuff. And that's cool. But my point is that a lot of times, we don't have that support system. A lot of us don't have that place to go right now. And it's sad. It hurts. There's not a day that goes by that I see our people suffering. Somebody that looks like me that's suffering. And man, we getting it at the jobs. We have our people that are being attacked at their jobs, being put out of their homes. A lot of things. And these are not always people that are screwing up. It happens to be a lot of good people as well. I want to say a couple of things about myself for a lot of people who don't know me. I don't have time to judge you. I don't have time for that. My goal is to help you and be a support system for you and anybody who needs help. I've been trying to put something in place and put it together, but the lack of funds and the access to those resources is just not there. Now, when it comes to a lot of organizations coming up, there happens to be a lot, but I've been around, and what I've seen, it was very disturbing. What I've been found, there are some good ones, but there are some bad ones as well. They're not in for it for the people. They're in for it for something else. My thing, I want you to know who I am. I want you to know what I represent. I want you to know what I'm about. I'm not here to judge you. It's not that I can care less, but it's not my job. I believe I believe in God. I believe that we all need to be loved on. In today's times, we're not being loved on. It's a lot of selfishness out there. The parents are not loving the children. The children are not loving the parents. There's a lot of division going on. As a matter of fact, we even got our men going against our women, and our women going against our men. We are living in some crazy times. I think, well, I know that the only reason why we're going through this is because of what we don't know. A lot of times we perish because of the lack of knowledge. This is biblical. When I hear people speak today, it's all selfishness. It's a lot of self-hatred, especially within our Black community. A lot of self-hatred. We can't really not know or understand why all of this stuff is happening. Hey, it's happening. It's huge. Our people are not being accepted right now. They're being denied. We're being denied of resources. Hopefully, well, now there are some people who are actually able to survive, and I believe that comes from families who started out with, those big, huge families. And I'll go into later the dynamics of some of these families and these unions. And I'll discuss some of that later, because there's a lot of things to discuss and uncover. But again, I just want to make sure that you know that there's somebody that you can talk to, you can trust, and that you call in any time. I may not have much, but when it comes to talking to somebody, I can be that ear and say something to help you get through and navigate through life, through this whole procedure, and kind of understand things, and just, again, have that support that a lot of us just don't have. It's basically absent. And with the presence of and the rising of all the racism and stuff like that, man, we just really going through it. I want to make a change. And this is the best I can do right now. So what I'm going to do, and I'm actually working with people we're trying to put something together and actually build a place that we can actually have people to come and get all the resources that they need. Our goal is to get our people to survive. We want to take care of our own. Everybody else is denying us. We need to take care of our own. That's from the babies on up. There's no reason why any of our elderly people should be suffering. Any of our people should be suffering. We have to establish something, and we have to come together in a way. We just have to come together, okay? And no matter what your beliefs are, no matter where you stand, what your stance is, or whatever, it really doesn't matter. As long as you Black, you come on in and let's join in. Let's get to talking so we can get some things straight, so we can start to come together. I really At first I had a problem with people who didn't believe the same things, but then I started to realize something. I really don't care what you believe in or what you think you believe in. There's always room to learn and to understand somebody else's situation, and that's a very important thing, especially when it comes to socialization and the construction of a community. Of course, there needs to be some basic things like we need to stick together. We don't attack each other. We take the time to try to solve our issues amongst each other before we resort to something. Before we resort to something else. We need to have certain things in places. We don't attack kids. All those things. I don't care what your beliefs are. The basic principles and constructs. Everybody is basically have the same belief. We just want to live, we want to work, we want to earn, and we want to enjoy life. Okay? It's just real simple. We want to keep this simple. With all of these different ideologies, stereotypes, and all this stuff, it's just putting us in a bad space because people are believing stupid things upon us and expecting us to live up to those standards when it's not even us. We don't even know where this stuff is coming from. So stop putting all this unnecessary stuff on me and then try to figure out why I'm not getting ahead. Open up the doors. Stop closing the doors. Stop shoving us out with this ridiculous stuff. Stop. You're shoving good people out, and then you're wondering why they're on drugs and why they're mentally having mental issues, mental breakdowns. Really? Nah. No. I think it's time for us to go back. Yes, we have people who get lost and in this journey of life. Nothing is easy and everybody's road is not the same. But we need to be able to allow people to, with the basic knowledge of who they are, even before they leave. And we need to take accountability for the things that we may have a big part of. Some of us are not taking accountability for some of the stuff that we actually have a part to do. And a lot of our people who are lost. We're not conversating. We're letting people speak into our children's lives and into our people's lives and affect them with some stuff that ain't even real. But then you want to wonder why they're crazy. The conversations are not there, so they don't know what's going on in the world. They don't know how these things are affecting them. But again, we're letting other people speak into their lives and instill this self-hate, this thing that builds and encourages self-hatred. It's destroying our communities. It's destroying our peoples. Our families are not together. Our men and women are against each other. Families against each other. And this is actually something that is biblical. It's actually biblical. The Bible speaks of a time when all these things will take place. I don't know when the end will actually be here, because we've been talking about the end for years. Since I was little, I remember the end of times being spoken of. So now, I don't recall seeing a lot of those things when I was little, maybe because I didn't understand or know what I was seeing. But as you get older and more experienced, you start to understand exactly what it is that you are seeing. And you start to understand it from a different way. When we talk to our kids and we get involved and we stay involved and we keep them active, okay? For instance, There is no reason why any of our children should not be into some kind of a program where who we are, our culture and everything is reinforced, not the cultures of everyone else. The reason I'm saying that is because there are so many different types of cultures that are out there, and so many differences or whatever. And it seems to me that everybody knows who they are, except us, our black people. Our history is literally being stolen from us, or trying to be erased up under right in our faces. So we need a place, and we need our black children to be in places where their confidence is raised, where they're being active, where they have something to do, where they're playing sports, again, being active, talking, socializing with other children. We need that bad. Sitting at home, sitting on a tablet, not associating with people, not being able to go outside, not playing sports and all that stuff. There's too much going on up here not to be doing anything. A lot of times our people get caught off wanting to be accepted and get caught up in places where they don't belong. Next thing you know, they're stuck. They're stuck. Not even realizing what's going on. I've even come across people who say, I just want to have fun. Just want to enjoy life, so I'm chilling. Okay. But honey, do you have to take stuff to make you feel good? Okay, you want to smoke a joint? Fine. You want to have a drink? Fine. But why is it necessary to have so much? You don't need that much. If your mind and if you're not occupied with things that are constructive, then what else is there? What other options do you have? It's already enough that we're dealing with life and all of the other stuff. But just to want to be numb, I see that as a problem. I want to be here. I want to make a change. So listen, I'm here and I'm making that effort. This is all I can do, but it's a start. So listen, check this out. Do me a favor, and won't you like, share, and subscribe? I'm going to be on here as much as I can. Stay tuned, because I will be giving out a number, and there will be a number coming up soon that you can call in and speak to somebody and, just have somebody to talk to. We need that. Okay? Hey, let's take it one day at a time. It can be done. Us together. The Bible says when two or more people come together in agreement, that He is present. I believe that. I believe that we hook up. God will be right there with us, supporting us, holding our hands, helping us to get our stuff together. For real. Until next time, peace.